back to our channel. We're Dos Cavazos, and this is Hawkeye episode 3.
So at the end of the last episode, we were introduced to a character. We didn't get her name, but you guys mentioned in the comments that it's probably Echo, which apparently is a character from Daredevil. I saw the Marvel Netflix Daredevil years and years ago, and I don't remember her from there. She may be from the comics. Casey's actually only ever seen like the first episode of the first season of Daredevil.
Yeah, I don't really remember it that much. I kind of remember the one who was in True Blood that was in that. And
oh my gosh, what was her name?
What's her name?
Deborah Ann Wall. Deborah Ann Wall.
I was gonna Google it.
We spent about 5 minutes. We didn't keep it in the video of us trying to figure out that name without Googling it.
Anyway, I remember her and the Daredevil guy. So
Daredevil, yeah.
Daredevil?
Matt Murdock. But
I don't remember the plot of it though. The first
you only saw
episode.
the first episode, so there's not really too much I guess you can get from the
Right.
plot. So I don't know if that's going to allude to the fact that we're going to get a new Daredevil at some point. I don't think it's going to really be introduced to this show. I feel like we'll probably be introduced to her character and then maybe some like loose ties, if at any. I really like Charlie Cox as Daredevil, to be honest. So I hope that they reintroduce him, and I feel like with the multiverse aspect, there's no reason why they shouldn't.
Another really cool theory that I actually was thinking about when I was editing, I think like the last reaction or the first one, I don't remember, but the mom is sus. She's so suspicious. Like the way it took forever for her to go find her, you know, when the Earth, like the attack happened or whatever,
Yeah,
I feel like
2012.
you would run to your child, right?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't, like it took so long.
Well, I guess they also had that argument about selling the penthouse too beforehand, and obviously
And
years
then
later, she
dead.
still has the penthouse.
Right,
yeah.
she has the penthouse and they're still really rich and stuff like that. So I'm like, I also have a theory that she was the one who killed Jack's uncle.
So maybe Jack just having the butterscotch was just happenstance.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. He's just so obvious. I don't know if it's him. And then like, you know, they were, obviously the mom and the uncle were arguing and she kind of played it off, but
Yeah.
I don't really trust her, and I think the mom's gonna be the twist.
You know,
now.
I thought when that whole argument between, I guess, Jack's uncle happened, and then Kate actually saw her, and then after that they said, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. I thought that was weird, but I didn't read too much into it. I did think it was weird that she didn't like get there at first, but I just thought that there was like rubble in the way or whatnot. But in retrospect now, it does kind of make sense. I don't know what that means for Jack. I guess for me, for Jack, it was really just fixating on the fact that he played like Lalo Salamanca in Better Call Saul, so I was like, I can only see him as a villain.
Or maybe they're in on it together or something weird. I just don't think so. I think that, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just his personality and it's just like coming off like he could be the one. And he very well could be, and I could just be wrong. But I think that like we need to be looking at the mom more critically and seeing like, okay, is there stuff she's doing that's kind of weird, you know, stuff like that.
Like thinking about it too, back to the first episode, it kind of seemed as though like Jack's uncle had an issue with like this whole thing about him being with Kate's mom. But I don't know, like we'll see how the story ends up playing out. I feel like you're probably onto something there with like the mother and whatnot. I'm just really curious to see how it all unfolds though. All right, well if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our Patreon if you want to see our full-length reactions.
We also do have a second channel called Dos Cavazos IRL, where we do vlogs and other non-reaction content, and if you want to check that out, the link's down below.
All right, let's jump into this episode. Baby Kate.
That's supposed to be her? No, that's the other girl. That's Echo.
Oh, okay.
Like, she didn't look like her. So she's deaf. Is that why she's called Echo?
Maybe.
That's why she was probably touching the,
The speakers, right?
Yeah.
He looks familiar.
Was he the cop in
Reservation Dogs?
Yeah, was he?
Maybe.
I think he was. Y'all should watch that if you haven't.
Yeah, on Hulu. Really
Reservation Dogs, Taika Waititi. Is that the
is this
big
Wilson
one?
Fisk?
The Kingpin?
Yeah, oh my gosh. I don't know how like they would know each other like yet
It
though.
looked big, and I saw a picture of him in the comic.
Oh, she has a
Oh.
prosthetic.
Dang. So he said your uncle, so maybe her uncle is the Kingpin.
Well, I feel like it could be like, you know, not actual
like,
uncle, you
just
know, like
yeah, his uncle.
I wonder like if her dad worked for him, you know?
I almost said Kingpin earlier.
I need to get you to watch Daredevil.
I know. I bet there's gonna be so many comments like, why aren't you watching Daredevil?
Oh, what is going on?
That looks like death.
Yeah.
Like they look like a literal death in there.
Oh,
oh
shit.
gosh! It's,
oh, it's Ronan! Oh my gosh, Hawkeye!
Connections are being made. Connections were
Okay.
made. This makes sense.
Well, I mean, the tracksuits, you know, he had that interaction with them before, so.
Well, the dad!
Oh my gosh, Hawkeye!
Oh!
I mean, I'm sure he was like a criminal, but that's still super sad. Like, what the heck?
Oh my gosh. That just made this so much deeper.
This is not going to be a pleasant interaction when it gets back to present day.
Oh, she sees a hearing aid. She's like, my name is Inigo Montoya. Killed my father. Prepare to die.
She put it on by accident. She didn't know what it means. She's not Ronin. Look at her, she's 9.
9?
And just because she's not the Ronin doesn't mean that Ronin's not back.
That's just a rumor.
How do you know?
Because he's dead.
So who got him then?
Black
Black
Widow, Natasha.
Widow.
That's what I thought he said. Natasha Romanoff.
Ooh!
Should leave a lot of supplies here when they close this place down.
Oh,
Oh, the
the
hearing
hearing
aid's
aid.
out. Let's see how bad it is. She's gonna step on it. Yeah.
That was a convenient trampoline.
What? No, those just they just had him in that room.
Oh. It's like, that was a convenient bow and arrow.
It's like, oh, it just so happens to be my weapon of choice.
You're not going anywhere.
Just where they kept it.
He looks like a kind of Jon Snow. What is he gonna hit?
Oh,
my
shit! There's a ball pit?
It's a toy store.
Yeah.
What a convenient ball pit. Dang. Dang! From behind like that.
I know, it's good to see him with the bow again. Like in action fighting
Yeah.
other people.
Oh.
I'm not hearing you. You drive, okay?
So he really can't hear well at all.
Yeah.
I didn't know how bad it was. Oh my gosh.
The Christmas
Oh, look
music.
at all this copyrighted Christmas music.
It's gonna have to be muted.
Oh. We'll reenact it. Da, 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 da. Watch that.
get copyright. That's what I was
Use it at the
thinking.
same time.
Wait.
My gosh.
We're out of regular arrows.
Oh,
Are they the
they
explosive?
he has all different kinds, yeah.
All right, you don't have to say definitely like that.
Oh, the cars! Watch the road! Watch them
It's
like...
gonna be like a freaking grenade or
Something
something. Yeah,
crazy.
something that's gonna blow up the whole damn car.
Oh!
The hell?
Grape jelly?
Damn things.
Oh, he's not hearing
Oh
anything.
my gosh. He's just a human. You know, he's not a Thor, like,
Yeah.
you know, superhero type. So, of course, his hearing would get damaged. I mean, he's a superhero. I mean, he's not like a magical type. Like, you know, he doesn't have special powers.
Oh, it's her Challenger. Or is it? She driving that one?
I think so, yeah. Was that just a stick one? Maybe it was just to, like, attach to things?
It has some sort of use.
Please be a good one. Please be a good one.
Oh shit! I mean,
That worked.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, her.
Oh, hers.
Her bow.
Can you get to that?
Thank you.
Oh!
And the Challenger gets totaled anyway.
Should have taken it.
I really can't see. Thank you.
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh.
Shoot up.
Oh my gosh. What's he gonna do? Oh, is he gonna hit him?
Him! Oh my god, it's gonna make it massive! Oh shit! Oh my god! That was awesome, yeah.
That was so cool that like they had like Stark
Yeah.
Tech and they had Pym
Pym
Tech.
Tech, yeah.
The U.S. Bureau, what am I supposed to do with this? God, I hope they got a dongle arrow to make this useful.
USB? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
He has so many different kinds of arrows.
The USB on the end of it.
I'm gonna inform you.
It's like when she first saw him. That was the arrow he used. Oh shit!
Hey,
The
that's
suction
the
cup
suction
one, yeah,
cups.
okay.
Come in handy.
Now I get the whole pleasure arrow thing.
So fun first day on the job, right?
Hey, babe. Hey, listen, I can't really talk right now. Maybe, do you have time to text? Can you text?
Little boy.
Nathaniel, it might be a little delayed, but it's kind of a bad connection.
Oh.
I'm gonna be there, buddy. Hey, you know I'm gonna be there, like I said.
I've been thinking about your branding issue. You need a more recognizable costume.
She gonna draw like what the comic costume was?
Picture this.
Yeah.
What's that on his head?
It's your head. Wings. Like a hawk.
There are several reasons why I never wear a flashy costume. My job is to be, number one, a ghost. My wife would divorce me if I put something like this on. I'm not a role model.
You were to her.
Yeah.
Never have been.
You're literally the reason she picked up archery.
You stuck around even though I screwed up. And now you're stuck, whether you like it or not. The tracksuits have connected us both to Ronan, and it's pretty clear they're not just gonna drop this.
Well, that you are not wrong about.
Not to mention the fact that my mom might be marrying a murderer.
Or your mom is the murderer.
How'd you say Rahman was killed?
Stabbed with a sword.
You see if there's anything on Kazi.
Now there's an embedded hardware authentication.
Did somebody come in earlier? Didn't it sound like it?
I mean, he seems like he's like onto something, right? Think he's gonna run into the mom or Jack or anyone. Jack wouldn't keep the sword here, right? Oh shit, he does! He's here. That's my sword. Ah, it's gonna end.
Oh.
Ah. All right, so Jack's here. He's got his sword, and I wonder how this interaction is gonna go. The more and more it played out, the more and more I believe, like your initial theory, that it actually wasn't Jack. And I kind of wonder, like, what is the conversation gonna be like here? Because I don't feel like it's gonna result in a fight. I feel like this is gonna be a conversation more than anything.
In this conversation, we're probably gonna figure out who really probably was that fault, or at least get more of a hint, like maybe it isn't him after all.
We also saw a hand on Echo's face as a child. And we have to assume that that's Kingpin. Like, it only makes sense at this point.
It was a big person.
Yeah, it was a big person. I mean, we also had that reference a little bit later on by Hawkeye, who he said, like, there's people, the person at the top is trying to grow, I guess, the business, and he would stop at nothing or something along those lines. I mean, I feel like it's Kingpin. I mean, it has to be. If she's involved with him in the comic books, it only makes sense that it would be here in the show as well.
We also found out that Echo's father was killed by Hawkeye, so obviously that's bringing a whole reason as to why this is even a conflict now in the first place. And I feel like she's not going to stop, obviously. She's going to try to get her revenge.
Which, that actor, by the way, we mentioned it during this episode, but go watch Reservation Dogs if you haven't already, because that was a really good show and he was in that.
On Hulu.
I'm more of your unknown warrior. You know my name? William Knifeman.
Alright, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon if you want to watch our full-length reaction to this series. We upload them over there. The link's down in the description below.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.